Welcome to At the Vanguard. We're TB Vanguard, and our motto is for fans by fans. We showcase fans on the front line of the Team Beezy movement. This podcast is an open forum to discuss current topics as they relate to Chris Brown and his fan base.
February 21st, 2018. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to TVB's podcast. I'm Nikki. Why don't you guys just go around and say your names?
Paula.
Shay.
April.
I think that's everybody, right?
That's everybody, yeah.
That's for now. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, nope, not quite.
I said for now, and then they came right in like clockwork.
Right.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody.
Uh-oh, she's in a windstorm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hate you. Yeah.
A lot of noise.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So we got quite a bit of topics to cover today. The first topic is about Chris at the movie screening. He went to one of Big Boy's movie screenings. Paula, what radio station was that?
That's not 923, the real 923 LA.
Okay, did you guys see any footage or pictures of that?
I saw a video.
Yeah, where Big Boy introduces him and he says, he wanted to watch it with real people. And Big Boy was like, he has the pull to get that movie sent to his house, but he wanted to watch it with you guys. So everybody was pleased about that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was very low key, and said a few words, went and sat in the back, real incognito.
But
that makes sense why he didn't post his thoughts of it until like late in the weekend, I was like waiting. I was like, he hasn't said anything. I know he's seen it. He hasn't said anything. And then he tweeted something last night. I was like, oh, okay.
He posted the with the suit. I was like, oh, we know what he's going to be for Halloween this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Did you see what his Miho said? He called him snow leopard or snow pants. No, snow leopard.
So ugly.
He wrote that in the comments on the picture that Chris posted. Snow leopard, I died.
That's so wrong. That's so right.
Yes, I thought that was very, very funny.
That is
very
funny.
Miho is a riot. If you guys follow that, he always at Chris' house acting a fool, so I'm gonna run around in his house and see if he curse me out.
Well, that's good to see. I didn't even think to follow him on Snapchat. I'll have to do that. He's a mess. But which brings us to the Black Panther movie. Is there anybody on our podcast who hasn't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go see it on Wednesday. It's been sold out.
We could do a spoiler alert, but we won't do a spoiler alert.
But we just like talk about.
I kind of caught
our topic.
Social media has kind of been spoiling it for me, but I'm still gonna go see it. It's not gonna.
That's why I went so early, because I knew that would happen. That's why I went the first day. I knew that would happen.
It still won't spoil it. The stuff that they said
really.
on Twitter won't spoil it because it's visual too. It's emotional.
Yeah.
It's a very visual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I made sure. It's funny because on Thursday, I noticed that Paula had tweeted or Instagram, whatever she did, that she was at, getting ready to see Black Panther. And I'm looking at my watch because I was waiting for my friend, and I didn't know where we were going. And I parked and I see the marquee and it says, Black Panther at 7. I said, if this is not what we're doing tonight, I'm cursing somebody out. And so as Paula was, tweeting that she was getting ready to watch the movie, I realized that we were going to be watching that movie too. Oh, so, right. So that was kind of cool. so I was surprised and I got to see it on Thursday. And then I saw it yesterday with my parents. I enjoyed it, but should we talk about it still? I don't want to.
I think we
No, let's wait till everybody sees it though, because we don't want to spoil it. But it's definitely a powerful movie.
We can talk about our impressions of it though. We can, because it was Because I
It was
gave
very
a reaction
powerful.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Very
think
powerful.
for like young Black people, it gives them the opportunity to look at something, a superhero that they could relate to, male or female. And I thought that was a good thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I also like that. I haven't seen. Well, I don't watch TV like that, so I haven't seen any commercials for the toys on TV. But I did see on Twitter like a commercial for it and for the toys, and it was really cool because you see, little Black children and other children of color with the toys and pretending to be. We didn't really have that when we were little.
Right.
Figures that we could identify with that way for comic books. So that was, really cool to see. And so I hope parents are buying, toys and things like that from the franchise for their kids because they're so detailed. And to me, it's just really cool. Like I would buy it.
They're buying it for themselves.
Yes, totally would, regardless. I'd buy the bobbleheads. Like, I'd buy it all. Totally would.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want the sweatshirt with because it has the necklace on it. It's like you could touch it and have the suit on, theoretically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I want that sweatshirt.
They got that out here. They also have the cups too that you can get along with the shirts too.
They didn't have the cups in my movie theater. They didn't have them.
I didn't have them either.
And I was there the first day.
Well, we did.
Don't show off.
See, that's interesting that you mentioned that though, because usually you get those big, cups that you can keep forever, right? When you order like a large drink for the different Marvel movies. And the first place I went to was kind of like an independent theater, so I didn't we had like a full-on dinner, so I didn't expect that. But I didn't even think about it when I went to the Marcus Theater. I wonder why we didn't have the cups.
Yeah, because I was in AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But when you guys were talking earlier about how it was all sold out, on Sunday, it was like they had a show starting every 30 minutes.
That's what happened Thursday night.
Black Panther showing every 30 minutes. Yeah, so it's basically like, I don't even know how they did it. Like, how do you have that many theaters?
But there's 12 in my AMC, and but at first it was a 7 and 10. That's why I chose the 7 because I didn't want to go at 10. And when I got there, then I see there's 7:15, 8, 8:15. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So they added many shows, and the people who worked there said they had to stay until 1 a.m. Nobody was allowed to leave before 1.
No.
Wow.
But we still have Sherda, you said you didn't go yet, right, Sherda?
I'm going Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Okay, who just came in?
Tammy, hi.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
We're talking about Black Panther.
Yeah, I didn't go because I got sick.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be in it coughing and catching the so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go.
You need to go with Sade. You need to go with Sade.
I haven't seen
I'll
it.
be when I get better because I'm still kind of sick.
Oh
So,
yeah, you sound like it.
but I want to go so bad. I'll probably go tomorrow in the daytime, even though I don't want to. But I figure it won't be a lot of people there during the day.
Yeah, that'd be a
Don't count on it. Don't count on it because a lot of people were there. Well, today's a holiday though. Yeah, that's right. Because people called me today and they went to see and it was packed.
It was a holiday. But tomorrow they'll be back at work and school, so you'll be good. Well, we kind of decided that we wouldn't really talk about it, the movie as far as scenes and favorite parts, and things like that, because we wanted to give everybody a chance to see it. So we can just move right on
Well,
to
one thing I
the
want to say
hip hop.
though, before we go. One thing.
Go ahead.
When you go see it, stay to the very end. If you've never seen a Marvel movie, there's always an Easter egg. There's like 2 endings. So actually 3 in this one. So stay in your seat till the very last credit has run. That's a tip, so you don't miss anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That is very funny to bring up because you could tell. I would say that too when I was in the theater. Who's familiar with Marvel movies and who isn't?
Right.
Because they thought it was just 2 clips though, but they thought the first one was the clip, and I was like, no, there's no way that's it. And so my partner wanted to leave, and I'm like, nah, that's not it. And then you saw people like leaving. And then I was like, see, told you there's one more. And then yesterday when we saw it, the very, very last one, the very last clip, I heard people behind me like, yes, like here it is.
Yeah.
Here's what we like. We sat through 6 minutes of credits for this. If you're into Marvel and how things connect, you would stay to the very last thing. So, okay. So over the weekend, we also have the Hip Hop All-Star Game.
We're happy that the West won, and Chris was on the West Side team.
Definitely.
Right.
Played well.
I did. I played it today, but I didn't really. I should have rewinded. But what did Odell Beckham say to Chris?
You have no hops, like you can't jump.
Oh.
I don't know
That's
why
he
he said
flipped
that.
in response.
Yeah.
He flipped him off in response.
Right.
And Odell Beckham busted out laughing.
Oh, okay. So they were playing with each other. I didn't know about that. That's funny.
Yeah, that was real funny. Yeah, that's what he said. Then he did a flip, and then he just busted out laughing. He was hysterically laughing. I'm like, there must be some sort of inside joke.
Michael Rappaport wasn't ready because he was like, oh, he's on that Mary Lou Retton.
Right, he wasn't.
Oh, I gotta see that clip. Okay, I totally missed that.
Oh, yeah.
I seen it.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared. Oh, Chris Brown got no hops. He can't. I think he said he can't dunk either. And now during the game, some people were able to see the game. Now this was annoying to me. I just was maybe I was just too late for it. But Revolt had the stream. But when I looked at the stream, all I saw was a concert, or sometimes they would show the street, people walking in the street. But I never saw the game.
Me either.
That's annoying.
They showed it to the third quarter, and then they went to the concert, and I don't recall them ever coming back.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it was then.
I just missed it. Okay. All right.
But it's better to just watch it on YouTube or something, so then you'll see the whole thing like uncut.
Oh yeah. I'll look for it.
Or probably that they've edited, of course.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Probably so.
So it was 93 to 60.
Ooh.
Oh, they
nice
annihilated them.
Okay. Did you guys see the clip of Snoop dancing to Chris's song?
That was so
It was a good song. I mean, he was in his zone. Like, he was really flowing.
Yeah, it's a rare
like
animal.
somebody's auntie. I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
really does.
had his cup in his hand. Somebody's auntie. I love it.
I thought it was good that they had fun. They always have fun when they do that. That's what I like, the camaraderie. It's really good and fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, they get along.
But remember, CM was telling us last week that the real ballers were in this game, and that just proved, correct. Not just the fact that they were more famous than the people in the official Ruffles game. They.
Oh right.
Yeah, they're more famous than most of the people in that, and it was a better game because they had like little girls playing, and I don't mean like WNBA. I mean like I don't know who they are, because Quavo ran and hit.
I saw that
for a jump, and a little girl fell. They booed him, but
he knocked that girl down.
He picked her up though.
I saw.
And he had Justin Bieber guarding him. Justin Bieber was guarding him like
hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Justin, I don't even know if Justin Bieber's good at basketball. I know him and Chris played during the BET celebrity basketball game.
That's right game, yeah.
A couple years back. And of course, Chris cooked his boots, obviously, because Justin Bieber can't win no basketball against Chris. Oh my God, poor Justin, he didn't stand a chance.
But but she was absolutely right about how everybody was saying the game was dull because they didn't have real ballers in it. So Snoop and Adidas, whoever organized it. I think this he said Pharrell was one of the organizers. So they had the right idea because the people wanted to watch this one more than the official game because it had much better ball players.
Yeah. But speaking of the NBA All-Star Game, did you guys catch the anthem?
Oh my goodness, I wanted to talk about that. Jesus, Fergie. Honey.
What happened?
Oh, you didn't see Fergie in the national anthem at the game yesterday?
Wait, so I did not see it. What I saw, what I saw was something retweeted on my timeline that said, what's his name? Draymond? Whatever his name is. It was basically saying that he's thinking what we're all thinking. And he was kind of looking at her and trying not to laugh.
Everybody was laughing at her.
Huh?
Everybody was laughing at her.
But you couldn't say
what happened. And they're panning on all the people that's like in the crowd or the other basketball players, and they're laughing at her. Like, oh my goodness, it's terrible.
Oh no, what happened? I mean, who was it?
But see, did she change the rendition? Did she do her own rendition?
More like a more jazzy, like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
It was.
She tried to pull a Marvin Gaye.
It sounds terrible. It was just really bad. People were laughing.
Who are you talking about?
Fergie.
No.
Audience trying not to laugh the hardest. Oh my goodness, Jimmy Kimmel looked like he wanted to pass out from laughing. Poor Fergie.
Yeah,
Fergie.
Yeah, and then she didn't know the words or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was doing she was trying to do how national anthem, but in a jazz rendition, and it just wasn't going. She was singing too many strong notes. They were falling flat. It was just really, really bad.
You have to leave stuff like that to the Marvin Gayes and the Jimi Hendrix of the world.
Right.
And the Carlos Santana's and
and Whitney. Yeah.
Cringing.
Yeah. Well, Whitney sung it the traditional way, but I mean, as far as changing the the actual arrangement. Yeah, the actual arrangement.
Marvin Gaye.
Not everybody can pull that off.
Yeah, that was historical at that game, yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody can do that, and she's not one of them, apparently. But yeah, they're
I believe you guys
letting her have it.
No, I didn't see that.
It's they could have picked somebody else if they knew she was going to do that. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm glad I didn't see it, because like I've told Paula, I get secondhand embarrassment watching people, I feel anxious, and I don't want to see them make a fool of themselves.
It was cringe. I was cringing the whole time. I was like, oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
I would have turned it off. No.
Then watching people laugh and hold in their Snickers, I was like, oh my God, I would die. You can never go back to that.
I feel bad for her hearing about it.
Somebody said that her performance was as worse as Carl Lewis.
Oh.
Now.
Oh, wow.
Now. I often forget that the Olympian Carl Lewis sang the Star Spangled Banner. But yeah, so
that's bad. Because I mean, she's a singer. I mean, at least she's a singer.
Oh,
yeah. Which makes it even worse.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. So, just had to bring that up to see who all saw that. So, in happier news, let's talk about Melanin Magic, you guys.
Oh, yeah. That's done really well.
Also in the video, because I think The video hadn't premiered yet, right? The last time we spoke.
It had just premiered. Yeah, I think it had just premiered. But
I thought
all
it premiered like
the
the next day.
Yeah, premiered the next day.
the next
Yeah.
day. Okay, yeah.
2 days later.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why we were
Like,
just
wait.
looking at the we were just looking at the little clip with no sound. That's right.
Right, and Chris's fancy footwork. That's what it was.
Footwork. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember. But
Okay.
it's done really well. Now, what was number one on the? Was it on the video chart? What was it? Sade, do you know? Remember? Tammy? Oh, Tammy's gone.
Somebody posted a screenshot in the group chat. I think it was number 1 on iTunes.
Oh, it was sales.
Video. Yeah.
Oh, number one in sales. That's excellent.
That's so hard.
Tammy, is that you?
Yes,
Tammy?
it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, I got you.
It's only you and I on right now. Or...
No.
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm texting. I'm sorry. I was getting sidetracked. I was cursing out my boyfriend because he went to go see Black Panther without me.
Oh no!
Oh,
You got some nerve.
oh.
He's trash.
Oh.
Hey, that is wrong. He wrong for that shot.
He's gonna text me talk about Black Panther was fire. Oh, you went to go see it? Oh, without me? Okay. So I'm about to go.
Oh, that is trash. That
I
is
get
trash.
it.
How
Hello,
you gonna tell me
dead
the movie was fire and not tell me, hey, do you want to go see it? Trash.
You gotta get me back for that.
He said, look, he saw one spot and was like, I'm going. They only got one seat left.
I'll take one.
Yeah, but you gotta get
Oh,
your seat in advance. You gotta get your seat because I mean, there was not a single seat empty except the one to the left of me. And then 10 minutes into the movie, that guy shows up. He was late at the concession stand, and it was packed. It was packed, and they had assigned seats. I'd actually, because when you do the IMAX theater, they always have assigned seats. So, yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that
me
was,
and my sister got some tickets this morning for Wednesday, and it's kind of early too, like 3:45. I'm like, I never go to the movies this early, but I have to go see it.
get in when you can.
Well, we can talk about. We can talk about how did did a lot of people dress up? Kind of. Did you see some of the stuff?
In my theater, they did. Yeah.
I see people on social media cutting up.
Mine.
Oh,
They did. I was like, oh, this is all. And my daughter had said, oh, I think I want to go get a dashiki. I didn't know what she was talking about at the time. But then when I saw up, I'm like, we're totally underdressed for this movie.
You mean you didn't dress like the Queen of Zamunda? You didn't dress like the Queen of Zamunda? Why not? I didn't either. I didn't either.
I'm sorry, but Black Pyramid just gonna have to be enough. I'm gonna just wear some Black Pyramid off. Does it?
Yeah.
Lisa says Black Pyramid.
Yeah.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
But yes, we had the people. Some of the guys wore suits with just like a kente or some kind of an African pattern cloth over it. But some of them wore tribal markings on their faces, all kinds of stuff. It was really cool. It was really cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I really loved seeing that. They got a whole bunch of stuff on the internet. They showed one lady actually, I don't know if y'all saw that, I reposted it. Everybody busted out laughing at her. But she actually came in on the shoulders of some people, kind of like the Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Coming
god!
to America.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I saw one person.
Somebody came into the theater like that. She was
Wow.
dressed. She had somebody sprinkling roses as she came in. It's
Hilarious.
The entire movie theater busted out laughing.
I would have busted out laughing, too. I would have busted out laughing, too.
I was just like, wow, girl, Queen, you go, girl.
But you know, we
Right.
never had this. We never had this before, so that's okay.
We don't know how to
Yeah,
act.
okay, absolutely.
No, I'm not gonna say that because I mean, I love Star Trek and I love Harry Potter. I've seen people dress elaborately, so that's not like odd. But I'm not. That's not why I said that. I'm just saying, we as Black people, we don't typically do it because we never really had anything to sort of identify with us. So I think that's why. Yeah, that's why they did it.
But anytime I go to the Avengers movie, anything, there's always a Spider-Man
hero. You know, like Captain America.
There is always somebody in costume, 3 or 4 people.
It's always funny to see. I know they be hot as hell in their outfit, mask and everything. I know they be hot.
Of course.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for the culture, though.
Yeah, you gotta do it for the culture.
They gotta do it for the culture.
I feel like after this weekend, you can't dress up for Black Panther no more. I feel like it just had to be for the opening weekend. And you can't go.
No, they can do it anytime they want, just like you can do it for the fall.
That's right. It's still Black History Month too.
I forgot about that. That's the other thing. Yeah.
Speaking of Black Panther, did you guys see Chad, his Rolling Stone cover?
No.
Didn't see that? Oh,
I love him.
I love him.
Who said they did?
Shay.
It was really nice. He's like shirtless, but he's got this long like fur coat, black fur coat on. He's got the Black Panther. He's got the Black Panther necklace, you know, the one on he has now. And so he has these huge pecs, and his pants go very low, so you can see the below the abs and all of that. And then there's like this other picture where he's kind of got like a crown of thorns on. But either way, he's a very handsome man, especially with facial hair. But I was just like, whoa, yeah. But he's on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh, I see it. Oh,
yes.
Do you know I want to drool over it?
He has a spirit too.
I'll tell you, I want to drool over it.
Very humble. Very humble.
He's in his 40s. He's aging so beautifully.
He's 41. He looks like a boy.
Yeah. That whole cast is just a joy.
Michael B. Jordan. I love him. Michael B. Jordan. Oh my goodness.
I too.
Him too. Yeah.
One thing I feel about the character. Never mind. I almost said something about the character. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you can't
You
say
can't say it without spoiling it for the two that haven't watched it.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped.
You should have went.
Okay. Well, I actually just DM'd in the podcast DM the tweet that Chad tweeted. It's like a pan out of the Rolling Stone cover, so you guys can, for those who haven't.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I gotta find the.
Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, it's a little video.
Picture.
Let's
He looks.
Is he married?
No, he has a girlfriend though.
No.
Very quick. Okay, here's the one that has both pictures now, so you guys can. Okay. Just lovely.
Gorgeous.
Chadwick has been everybody. At this point, who
He
can
has.
I
be
know.
in the movie? Like, who could he be at this point?
But he James
They
Brown.
asked him that. They asked
he
him
was
that on
James
the
Brown.
Breakfast Club.
He was Jackie Robinson. He was third
Jackie
to Mark.
Robinson.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
He also has a movie on Netflix that's really good too.
What's it called?
About him. He's a king from Africa who comes
Get
over and
out.
finds his sister. Yeah, it's actually very good. It's on Netflix. Can't remember the name of it. Saw it months ago.
Oh. If you remember
His
the name.
It'll
Put it
pull
in
it
the-
up.
Okay. I'll have to do that.
I mean, I'm sorry. All you gotta do is if you have Netflix, you just doing a search, and it'll pull up his movie.
I know his name. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do have Netflix. Okay. I'll look into that. They did ask him last week on the Breakfast Club, they asked him, like, where do you go from here? And he was like, well, you do something small. You know, because if you've done something as big as Black Panther, then you do something small. You know, like maybe something on theater, you know, in the theater, maybe something a little more independent, and then kind of work your way back up. So maybe that's what he'll do next.
No, he needs to do all big roles, and he's going to. This is a huge. He's a big star now.
He's so talented too.
Oh, nothing
There's
wrong
nothing but
with
the
theater,
stars now. There's nothing but the stars now. Okay.
though.
It's
That's
nothing
kind of like a
big
Denzel
budget.
route, though. It's kind of like a Denzel route. But Denzel came from theater, and then he, did Fences after so many years. So it's good to do stuff like that, give you some variety. But yeah, he needs to
But
give his
Denzel was
agent
also
away.
yeah, but DC was also. I mean, Denzel was also on St. Elsewhere a few years. That was his big breakout role. You remember St.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, the TV show? So
Well, I was
had a
talking
TV
about even though he's done all this stuff.
Oh,
Denzel,
yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, he went back, to his first love of theater. So
That's important. Yeah.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, he is. Definitely is.
But can I just say this one thing? This is not really a spoiler. Oh, I'm so sorry. Gosh. They did a great job with the villain. Because if you didn't read the comics, it won't mean anything anyway. This is from the comics. But they did a great job of getting a cartoon villain, bring a cartoon villain to life. Like, he's exactly like I would picture. I mean, because I've never seen him. I've only seen him in the comic book. And so I read, I didn't give him an accent or anything like that. But they did a perfect job. Like, this guy was he was like dastardly little, cartoon villain. He was so good. He was just right.
Oh, good. You can
Not
really
just that, but they did a great job humanizing it too. Humanizing
They
the
did.
villain. Even the villain has a story.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not just bad.
Yeah, and that's an interesting part that you bring up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed like my nephew. I'm not telling them only, but my nephew, he was talking about how he's insane right now. My nephew, and he goes, "Oh, you gotta get WhatsApp so I can talk to you about this scene." And I said, "I told you I have it." He was like, "Oh, this." He was like, "This scene, it just took my soul. You can't tell me the scene didn't take your soul." And I laughed at it. But when you go online, that same scene people are talking about. How they felt a certain way. And I was just like, wow, like, yeah, I
had asked my daughter, I was like, it's strange to me they didn't do an alternate ending. And she said they do have an alternate ending now.
Oh, that would be
I
interesting.
didn't ask anymore. I haven't had a chance to talk to her. We're going to have to I have to do some more investigation.
I've seen it twice.
that on the
Ending's
TV.
the same.
From what I've seen in like just from people like tweeting about it without giving away spoilers, because I guess people are tweeting like lightly on my timeline for those who haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
I know that a lot of people wanted the villain, I guess, Michael B. Jordan to win in the end. They was like, I've never wanted a villain to prosper so bad. I'm like,
Oh my God.
But you know what? And it's so
But it's
funny
because of the backstory. It's because of the
see,
backstory.
Exactly.
But see, what it was is like you pity him. But at the same time, it's like you're messing it up for
When you
everybody.
empathize with him. You have sympathy and empathy for him.
Absolutely.
But not only that, he wasn't totally wrong. He wasn't 100% wrong because there's
No, he
Right.
wasn't.
and so that's why in the end they found the right bridge. You know what I mean? To protect Wakanda and do what was right.
Yeah.
So that was
Right.
that was key.
Yeah.
He had too much hate in him to and bitterness to really see that.
Right.
But look at Thor's brother. Look at Thor's crazy brother.
Stop talking, April. Stop talking, April. Stop talking, April.
Sorry.
We're gonna move on. I don't know what we're gonna move on.
Oh my God.
I don't know what we're gonna move on to, but we're gonna move on. Oh, that's funny.
How is
Okay.
Tempo doing? How's Tempo doing? That's what we need to know. How's Tempo?
Thank you. That's what it was. Yes.
Hold on.
Would everybody answer at once?
I know the audio on YouTube is almost at 35 million.
Wow.
I haven't checked the Spotify streams yet. I'll probably do that. Turn on my computer.
The Spotify
Yeah.
says it's almost 14 million.
Say it again, Tammy.
The Spotify streams are almost 14 million.
14 million.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's number 40 on the urban charts, right? And Melanin Magic is number 17 on the urban chart. And I think it's number 20. I wonder why Tempo hasn't entered in Rhythmic yet. Normally goes up both.
I can hardly hear you. You sound so weak. Oh, you gotta feel
For me?
better. Yeah.
I know you stopped, but that's why. Hold on one second.
Tammy, you're gonna be stressed out.
Tempo is number 40 on the urban chart, and it hasn't entered into Rhythmic yet. I don't know why, because normally it goes around the same time or a week after, so maybe next week. And Melanin Magic is number 17. It's doing really good on the chart. So, I believe it'll be number 39. It should be well into the 30s by the ending of this week. Because as everybody keeps requesting, most of the songs that's up there, they're very low. Like the plays that they have are very low, so it'll be easy to pass it if Tempo is being requested a lot.
I wish you would have it hopefully we will get it by Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a nice little thing, just to give us a video at midnight on Friday and 10.
Absolutely.
Maybe he's trying to give Melanin Magic a minute.
Yeah, because it's doing really good.
Yeah.
But Tempo is his song. We have to worry about him.
No, I'm talking about Chris maybe trying to give it give it a minute.
Remember, she put out the song and then waited like 3 weeks to put out the video. It's kind of like we should have did it both at the same time. Because when Tempo
It was like 2 months. It was like 2 months. They finished that back in November.
Yeah, she took a long time to release it. A very long time. Like, that could have been, like, Tempo, the video, and everything could have been out. And I think that's probably what he was waiting for. He, wanted to let her, a video come out and have her move up the chart. Because now it's, it's competing against each other.
Is it, has Melanin Magic hit the Hot 100 yet?
I'm not sure. Probably tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow because the list came out today, but we won't see it until tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see if it entered into Billboard 100.
It's BET's song of the week or song of the day. I know they've been playing it every hour on BET today.
Music Choice has Tempo as their jam of the week too, and they've been playing it like every couple of hours.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's on the request list too. It's MCUR. So, but I'm surprised they're doing that because they normally play videos too. So.
The channels that they just play music on, that's.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I got that.
Then they'll put the video on it. Because Chris is the most watched artist of all time on Music Choice.
Yeah, remember they put that out. I remember that.
Did y'all speak about it? But it's like rumors going around that he's gonna be performing at iHeart.
I
Radio.
I haven't talked about that. Yeah.
I'm hearing whispers.
I hope it's true. I hope he does nowhere.
Confirmation yet.
I hope he does a couple of songs.
Last time he was there, he did a medley. Remember, they wanted him to do one song. He was like, I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 4. I know you want 1, but I'm going to give you 4. And that's probably what he's going to do. Again, he'll probably give us 5. He'll probably give us he'll probably give us maybe like questions and Pills and Automobiles and Tempo. Which is cool. I'll take that. Oh, no, because Party's too old now. Party and Privacy are kind of old to perform, so he could do like Pills and Automobiles questions and Tempo. Because I feel like now everybody knows Tempo. So it's been out long enough. It's a fan favorite. He can perform the Tempo somewhere and the crowd will be hyped.
He should just do Tempo.
Party is always the song. I don't care how
old now. Party's old
it's
now.
a party song though. If it's a party crowd, they're gonna want to hear Party.
He should do like some more songs that from the album, like like Tempo and probably some other songs like Hope You Do or Nowhere. If he's gonna do
like it starts slow and then he goes and then he turns up. So I guess if he would give us a slow song, what would be a slow song?
Yeah, because an iHeart is pop, so he should do. Yeah, Nowhere would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
But you notice when he did the little video of his playing on the game, they used pull up. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's going to be a single. Eventually, it could be. So many of them could be.
Also, I've seen a lot of pictures for the song that he has with Joyner. A lot of videos of like more like starting to resurface from like the photographer that was on set, and it looks like the video is going to be pretty dope. I don't know when that video is coming out, if it's going to be marketed as Joyner's song or Chris's song. I don't know, because the way it looks like it's going to be more so like Joyner's song with Chris featured on it, even though like it's Chris's song. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because it would make more sense because unless they're coming out with a joint mixtape or album or EP or whatever.
Listen, Chris don't need to be making any joint mixtapes with anybody.
I like that song he made though, the preview. What is it? Side Nigga of the Year. I love that song. I just like the melody. It's so like laid back. The beat and the vibe is really nice.
Speaking of mixtape, did you see him with Trey?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondering if they're going to work on anything.
He said there was, right? Trey was saying.
You just sing by yourself. Do your thing.
But see, he's trying to give us a whole project with Jacquees. Like, then we're going to have to scrap that thing with Jacquees because he's giving us a whole project with Jacquees.
And maybe it's coming out, like, probably next year.
I know he's doing it to give Jacquees a push before Jacquees put out his album, but it's this
Just say no. Just say no. Focus on your own success.
He's talented. He can sing. He's adorable.
In all fairness, we haven't heard
mixtapes with him.
What he
only heard a
previewed
clip
with him
of
so
what he.
far isn't bad.
It sounds really good. I have to say.
Yeah. They sound really, really good. I finally seen the Sub-Zero tattoo. It's still there. It's still there, but his hair just grew over it. You really cannot see it. But
it's so black, though. It's so black.
I know.
How do they hide it?
I guess his hair is thick enough. It's a good blonde, because even with the blonde, like he has bleach blonde in his hair right now. You still can't see it, but you can see like a little bit of it.
Where did you see it?
When I was like looking at videos from him at the basketball game, like on YouTube, it's like really HD, and when he would turn his head, you would see it. I'm like, oh, you could kind of see it. You have to be like really up on his head to see it though. Like when the camera was like really close to his head, you can see it. I'm like, oh, it's still there. His hair grows back really fast. So now I know, like when he dyes his hair back black, we're really not gonna see it at all, which is great.
Well, we went off on a tangent. Nikki,
you were Chris related. Okay. Thank you guys for all tuning in.
Yes.
We'll check everybody out next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on this episode, and we hope you'll join us again at the Vanguard.